It is what it is. Jay is otherwise engaged with the toilet. Oh, that's what you guys think? That's hilarious. That's where our audience goes. Yeah, it was me and Thumper. We were having a moment. No, it's not even so much that. It's much more on the lines of, I don't even know if we need these. Well, here, let's pretend we're doing something. I'll do, well, we don't want to do that whole thing. It's the no show. This is, we've talked about not having a show before. This is genuinely the no show. We weren't going to do one. We had something else that was supposed to go live at 5. It didn't, so 3 minutes before 5, we scrambled and we were like, well, we got to get in there and do something. Something. We've got to do something. What could it be? So here we are. The truth is, tonight was going to be a rerun. Hello, welcome back to the Late Night Playset. I'm Jay Ryan. That's Nicole Ryan. This is the no show. The lights aren't on. We barely got these lights on. Color doesn't matter. That's why I use default yellow. Oh my goodness, something else is completely, obviously. I'm glad they've begun their own conversations because they didn't need us at all. Here's that for you. Tradecraft Tuesday. And do it up. It's Sticky Skywalker. Sticky Skywalker. OG.
Nice.
Mood. Deep space. Yeah. Deep space. So the truth is, what happened was when 5 o'clock rolled around, we felt we had dead air. And it was like, well, we got to do something. So I literally flicked the lights on in the studio, turned the cameras on live. We weren't here. I was filling the mugs with water. And she was literally putting clothes on and getting in here on her speedy walker. Skywalker OG is a winner, says some guy. Yeah, so the truth is there is no show, but we didn't want to be nowhere for you. Thanks to our wonderful opportunity to be participants in the new Spotify video platform. Is that right? Spotify podcast. What is it called? Here we go. Now that I get everything. Spotify video pilot program, whatever it's called. We're very excited to be a part of it. And we wanted to put up the Jay Leno episode so that people could watch that on Spotify because, obviously, it's the Jay Leno episode, for goodness sake.
Of course.
So tonight's encore presentation of the Jay Leno episode, which is uploading currently and will be up in a few minutes, hopefully, a little bit, on the YouTubes and then the Spotifys, presented by AutoKennel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, technically last time. They're getting a double. Hey, how about that? Nothing wrong with that.
Good.
So Carissables here, Mr. Nautis. Mr. Nautis, man, your photos have really gotten incredible. But so the truth is, we have no show. We didn't plan a show. All of the stuff is from the other day. I mean, I literally put fresh water in the mugs. That's what took so long. And we're going to be talking to you for at least a little bit. About stuff. Like in this case, Mr. Nautis, Jerry, your photos are amazing. So, I mean, you don't get that good overnight. Were you always like pretty good and you kind of just didn't really flaunt it, that kind of thing? Or did you just get a new camera or, what's the deal? New lens? Sometimes it's new lens.
I don't know anything about cameras.
Me neither. But gosh, this is why I don't do group texts. Fucking. The shit that is here. It's so. And the person who put me on the group text knows I don't do group text. But those are always the people that do it, right? They're like, I know you don't like these, but this one you'll be into. Never, 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 never. If there's information, either give it to me or it'll get to me somehow. That's the bummer about the Riff Raff crew. I love every one of those guys, but I could never be part of the text chain because it would blow my frickin' brain out.
Go crazy.
Here's the thing. I wasn't always this way. I was like the guy who used to always text and do all the stuff. But once we started doing this show in here, and every doohickey in here, and there are a lot, are all iPhones and screens, and it's all too damn much. And I've got that whole ecosystem that like, nobody watching this show knows except for like Zach Clapman. He understands the ecosystem, and the other frickin' however many thousand Switcher studio users there are. I don't understand. I can't keep up. I can't have a thing going off on all this thing when I'm trying to do a thing. And all of our work these days is done on the damn phone. So you're trying to I guess the new there's a new thing called Focus. I guess that's kind of what it's all about. It used to be Do Not Disturb. They've expanded it to do more things. It's like a whatever. Anyway, they call it Focus. I guess I could get into that and maybe be a little bit better, but it's just too damn many iOS devices to have a little ding, ding, ding going off 500 times a day.
Yeah, too many. Even that one bugged me. I totally get what you're saying.
What one?
For the group text, the ding.
Just right now. I know. Well, I must have come on somewhere else. See, that's where the ecosystem's effed up. It's off here. My ringer's off. But because of iMessage, it rang through to the iMac, I'm pretty sure. Or
Right.
to the whatever that is, the MacBook Pro, I'm pretty sure. And I think that that dinged probably because I didn't mute it from I borrowed that computer from the set to do a Zoom call with Telefunken Studios, Telefunken Motorsports, Telefunken Microphones, Telefunken Good Time. Give me some of that. No. I had a conference call with them about our week there in the spring, which is very exciting. Our residency, as they like to call it, because they're music people. And I must not have muted it again. All right, so at the end of the day, it's my fault.
That's life.
At the end of the day, it's my fault. So, yeah, the Riff Raff crew chat can be a lot at times. Glad for the hide alerts button. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's where I'm different than most people. Here's where my OCD shows itself. I mean, I'm sure you guys see it all the time, but, like, here's one I'm willing to admit and volunteer. I cannot take all those red dots. Whenever you've got X amount of unmessages, unread texts or whatever. I mean, you look at my phone now, there's one for an email currently. There's one down there. I'm going to make it go away right now. So basically my deal is I play whack-a-mole with those red dots. I can't stand them. And because of that, I miss a lot of emails. And sometimes I'll get that red dot out of there and I'll be with somebody else doing something. And I'll be like, I'll get back to that. And then totally forgot.
Good luck.
So it's my own issues, but I can't stand it. Ooh, I can't stand. Ooh, Hulk Hogan. Ooh, snap into a Slim Jim. The worst ones are the people that text a few words at a time instead of complete sentences. Yeah. Cannot tolerate the red alerts. Really? I'm not alone with that. Wow, I always thought I was so alone because all of my friends were like, what's the matter with you? When I met her, oh my God, you guys, it was like in the 5 digits, like 11,000 unread emails and whatever the heck's in her deal because she had it all, broken down into different groups and categories and all that shit. It worked for her, but I mean, did it? It's fritzed you out
No.
eventually.
No, now I'm way lower.
Oh my God, it
So
was awful.
high.
Oh, you still live that way though?
Not like I used to. No
But you
way.
still live with the red being up there and like, oh, I'll get to those later or whatever.
They're just unread. I don't let anything be read.
They're still RED, red?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't have it.
Okay, so you're all the way better, not even a little bit better.
I'm all the way better.
Well, that's congratulations. You should salute yourself.
It was hard, but I get it.
Man, I missed you guys. I'm glad we did this. I see why you wanted to do this earlier. What is it? You get energized from this, or what is this for you? Why did you want to do this earlier?
A lot of reasons. I like routine, but I love talking to people, and I'd like to not feel so down on myself all the time. This helps.
Is it, what is it? Is it being in here in this fun, whimsical space? Is it having the energy from people that love you on the machines here through the screens that I'm complaining about? We get all this wonderful stuff as well. It's not all bad.
It's love and it's energy, but I love. This is my new job, and I love it.
Yeah, so. And didn't you want to show up every day? Or every day you're expected to?
I'm finding out that I like being professional. I, for years, forgot what that meant, but I like being professional and showing up.
Consistency goes a long way. We love your energy, Nicole, and your writings. Keep writing, says Carissable.
Thanks.
Some guy, Danny, says, hi, Nicole. Some guy, Danny, Whatever you gave her the other day up on the mountain was a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. As someone here will say in a second, I'm sure it was a winner. I saved the thing. I don't know where you get that, but let me know. It's good stuff. Oops. Oh my God. Here we go. Group text. Yep. Here we go. This is from Phyllis. Sorry, Dave and Jay. Wrong text to you. Like, this is how group texts get out of hand, because now, like, my mother is talking to her cousin about some shit that doesn't involve me and Dave. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? I guess it's kind of amazing that we're on it. It's kind of nice.
True. But there's a time and a place, I think.
It's because, says Skip Plus, it's because all of her adoring fans think that she's brave and amazing and just so frickin' awesome.
Aw, Skip.
Aw, Skip. And some guy goes, I gotcha. I like to like comments in group text. Oh, is this going to turn into a mom episode? No, it won't. It won't, Carissable. It won't. It wasn't supposed to be an episode at all. You're supposed to be watching a Jay Leno rerun right now. This is I don't even know what this is. I'm recording it on YouTube. In fact, no, we're actually live on YouTube. Here, make sure this, yeah. I mean, I pushed the button, so we're technically live on YouTube, but like, I don't intend to re-upload this afterwards so that everyone on YouTube can make sure that this content gets seen. Hopefully they'll watch the Jay Leno show. We're all just here for Nicole's laugh. Jay is just the sideshow. I'm aware. That was Kayla Marzo, and then Danny says Nicole's laugh with a bunch of hearts.
You guys are awesome.
Some guy. So it dings Android people twice. Oh yeah, that I heard about that. That's what Pops and Kalo were saying. I mean, Kalo and Pops were saying. Pops and Kalo from Kalo and Pops. Kid tested, mother approved. And the laugh, Kayla Marzo, Skip Plus, yeah. Skip Plus, you did some awesome card drawings the other day. If anyone is willing to leave this tantalizing conversation for just a few seconds and wants to click on Skip Plus's profile, you can look at some line art drawings he did the other day of some very cool inspired cars. None of them are actually like the real car, but they're all kind of like, you'll see. They're very, very cool. You can't miss it. It was only a post or two ago. Fun. And it was a lot of them were inspired by like Magnus Walker and maybe not us, I can't remember, but some of the people that he had seen on our show. So he tagged the show because, he saw those people on the show.
Cool.
Rob Sinks says, agree. Nicole's laugh. EMATH 5. Seagull. The art and car models on IG are amazing. Oh, no, not amazing at all. Just quick sketches. Yeah, no, but that's what I like about them. They're the simple line art sketches, that's kind of what I like. TLG's here. What's up, Marco? Gosh, it's a real bummer. And I didn't do anything proper, which I should have. Like, I didn't even load a picture in or anything. But we should talk about it. Seeing TLG reminded me. The LA Porsche community lost a very good friend this weekend. And I mean, he was somebody that we knew and we were always very friendly with. It's not like we were super, super close, but every time we were in the same place, we would always chat. And I remember the first time I ever met him, I had breakfast with him. I don't even know if you were there. I don't think you were there. It was Wendy and her husband, Jimmy, and like a few people from that early 911S from his meet. And it was from that day. I was wearing a David Letterman shirt. He's like, oh, so you like David Letterman? And it was before we had started this. And it was before we started even the podcast. It was, 5 years ago. And we started talking about it. And I don't know, it's weird that I got linked to him through that conversation then that day. And then we would talk a little bit here and there over the years. And then he came up to Breakfast Club a couple times while he was like scouting his runs for his own drives and stuff. But a fellow by the name of Sherwood Lee, he was very well known in the R group over the years. He was a 911 guy for years, but most recently he had that beautiful 914 that he drove, that black 914. And Sherwood Lee had a freak accident last week where he was just playing tennis and took a spill while chasing a ball, and he hit his head. And apparently, for the folks who were there, said that he wasn't breathing, and CPR was administered, and they were able to call ambulances and whatever, and they were able to get him off to the hospital where he was on life support. They was surviving on life support, so to speak. And this was like midweek, and Saturday night he passed away. And oh gosh, it's such a sudden thing, and it's such a bummer thing. This guy was like, there's a lot of people you talk about, like, oh yeah, everybody liked him, he was a great guy. Like, this guy was like universally loved. He always had a smile. He always wanted to know what you were up to. He always wanted to support you in some way. And gosh, R.I.P. Sherwood. You were really, really loved. We, I don't know. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same without you. I feel like, you watch things in the world, like, oh, the shows change and the hosts change and the shows go off the air and the celebrities change over the years and the songs on the radio change. Like, this guy, when I only told two people about it, ahead of time before he actually passed, about the situation. It was TLG, Marco, and Auto Kennel. And they've both known him for 20 plus years through the R Group and through, the LA Porsche scene. There's nothing to say. He can't be replaced, but he was a really nice guy, and I'm really sorry he's not here. A lot of people were way closer with him than I was. He's not like my best friend, but he was a very warm individual that made me feel special whenever I was around him.
He felt like a pillar in the small community.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Very much so. So, R.I.P. Sherwood. Love you, buddy. Way to bring it down with the live show. Oh, Adrian Chan. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Reverend Timmy B. Again, it's not whatever. It's a loss for the LA car community, really, more than anything else. I don't know if other people know this. He had a monthly meet he would do, and I'm sure it will continue to go on, but that he would host, that we used to go to, like, for a period. We went to it like every freaking freak accidents like that make me believe more and more that when it's your time, it's your time. Amen. I totally agree with that, Kayla Marza. And the cool thing about Sherwood was he was kind of that way too. Kind of believe that too. I guess a lot of hardcore drivers are kind of that way because you're pushing it to the edge often. Hopefully not over it, but like, you know what I mean? You're always flirting.
Yeah.
Anything we do, the places we drive, no matter how you drive, even if you're doing 5 under the speed limit, the places we drive, shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. You guys would know if the Breakfast Clubbers, if there's anybody who doesn't know who he is, he was a tall Asian guy with gray hair and a big smile, and he was usually driving that 914-6, black, the flares and stuff. Super cool car, Fuchs, I believe. Super cool. And he didn't come up very often. In fact, I don't even know if he came up during... No, you know what? I can't remember. I don't know if I'd even seen him since COVID. But speaking about Over the Edge, did that guy's ever make it from the clip you posted a while ago? Yeah. Not only did he make it, he chimed in on the... on whatever I posted. Like, if you go read that post, he's in there. He's like the third post, and he was like, blah, 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 I'm fine. It was like all the internet people, the pajama people, we like to call them. The internet people like to come make up their own stories for how things work and write their own, narratives and all that stuff. And it turns out, the thing was unrelated. That guy was just coming up the mountain, and he wasn't even part of that street takeover where the donuts were going on. And he was literally had just put a new something in his car. I can't remember, a new tie rod or whatever. And it snapped. And if the camera were watching the guy the whole time, apparently the story would have been different. Of like, oh no, it was, and he was trying to save it, and when it snapped, it took the brakes out too. Like, there was a whole thing to his story that you can read in the, you can read it on the. If you go back to that post. I couldn't believe he chimed in too, and then it was okay. This was like 2 days later. He was like, "Yeah, that was me. Don't believe what you read on the internet." Because the people in the video were like, "Oh, they're all dead. Her boyfriend's dead." All that stuff. It was like, TLG is talking about Sherwood right now. He was rebuilding the motor in his 911 for the last 10 years. I'd razz him about it. He would chuckle. Yeah. Rev Timmy B says, I'm going to be at my first GBBC this week. Holy crap. That's awesome, man. Can't wait to meet you. Make sure you say hello. We'll be there. We'll be in the shiny yellow car. Speaking of over the edge, great segue. Carissa Bull. Totally great segue. Yeah, so there's no show. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Otherwise, I got a post about the Jay Leno show going up. I was supposed to do that earlier, but I got sidetracked with some other stuff. Happens. It is, and will do. Okay, good. What are you going to be driving, Rev Timmy B? Like, are you in your own car, or are you driving out here and you're in a Turo, or what's the deal? Football time, boys and girls. Catch y'all later. Good night, Kayla Marzo. Sorry for the delay in the beginning. We'll see you Friday, I assume, or are you still off? I can't remember if you're gone for a couple weeks. One Vintage, Dorian, damn it, says, have a great show. Have to run to a meeting. Be well. You too. Same message to you as I just said to Kayla Marzo. Sorry about before. Photography